This is Jilliana Ranicar-Breese, and I'm in London, and this is part 5 of my conversation with Rebecca Weef Smith. We're going to talk about her fantastic website and blog, which is called Wearing Wellbeing. Now, how did that come about? When did you set it up?
So I'd been working, as a serious academic, and I'd produced this research. And the thing about academic research is it takes forever to publish. Mm-hmm. So I'm still waiting.
Well, books in general take ages.
Yes, so I'm still waiting for this piece of research to be published. But I'm an applied psychologist, and the reason I conduct the research I do, the studies I do, is because I actually want them to make a difference and I want to have impact. So I was getting a bit frustrated about this research not being live, and I thought, well, I'm going to just take it into my own hands and I'm just going to apply it myself. And so I literally overnight thought, right, okay, let's make a plan. I need a blog, I need a website, I need a Facebook group. And it was literally, I gave it no more thought really than that. So this was
when was that?
This was in end of August this year.
This year?
August 2017.
Right.
And I started this, and I started writing little bits and pieces. I'd already been writing for academic journals. So I write for the Fashion Studies Journal, and I write for the Fashion Conversation, and for Thrive Global. So I have been writing a lot, but I didn't have a personal blog. So I started writing on a personal blog, and I formed this Facebook group, the Wearing Wellbeing group.
And you've now got how many members?
We now to date, so we're beginning of December, I've got 919 members.
Amazing.
Since
Do we get a prize if we get 1,000?
We do.
What's the prize?
What's the prize? I tell you, the prize would be
an interview with Rebecca.
Well, no, actually, the prize would be a very special cake, because I absolutely
yes, you're into baking. Yes.
I love baking.
Oh, what a good idea.
So
we could have a party.
We could certainly have a party to celebrate 1,000 members.
Wonderful.
And I would make the cake. I think that would be, that's the thing.
Oh, well, you have to put it out. Hopefully I'll be in England.
Yes. And it's very frustrating, actually, because one of the connections between getting a book publication and a book deal now is that you really do need to have a lot of impact on social media.
Yes, yes.
And,
but you are linked with other. I mean, Suzanne, for example, Suzanne Noble. You're linked with her.
Page. Yes, I am linked with. And there's some
and Advanced Style.
Yes, and there are some great, some really, really brilliant Facebook groups out there that are showing the fact that Facebook can be a really positive force for good. And in actual fact, one of the papers that I'm writing, which I'm going to be presenting at the British Psychological Society annual conference next year, is how my particular group of Wearing Wellbeing has had incredibly positive results. Because it's not just about clothes, it's about creating community.
But it's also allied to photography as well, because it involves photography, doesn't it?
Yes, I mean, it's a very visual aspect.
Yes.
And we live in a culture whereby selfies are sometimes considered to be negative because they're seen to be narcissistic.
No,
but
for me it's a document.
Exactly.
A visual document.
It's almost like creating this wonderful memory bank.
Definitely.
Of beautiful memories.
Definitely.
And, I'm sure you're aware as well, people say such lovely things.
Yeah.
And it encourages other people to be much more confident about how they dress.
I have people coming up to me on the street.
Yeah.
I've never forgotten once a lady came up to me outside a supermarket with a big smile on her face. She said, "You've made me happy today, just looking at you."
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
You spread joy.
Yeah.
And yet, so many academics feel that fashion is a subject that isn't really worthy of serious debate in the academy.
Not true.
I get very frustrated by that, because I think we really have so much to learn from the way everyday dress impacts on our happiness and well-being.
Yes, it's nothing to do with glamour.
No.
I think the glossies, they link fashion and glamour, but it's not. No.
It's to do, I mean, it starts off with an understanding of ourselves. In a way, it is very much about emotional intelligence, and that knowing who we are then is reflected in the identities we create for ourselves through the way we dress.
I think basically as you get older, you don't give a damn what the other person feels or thinks. You dress for yourself. I mean, I had a husband who absolutely loathed the way I dressed. He couldn't stand it. I didn't care. I still dressed the way I wanted to dress.
Yeah, and that is really important, that people have the confidence
Definitely.
to actually work out what works for them.
And the right colour. You mustn't wear colours that drain you.
Yeah.
What is it Sue Kreutzmann says?
Don't wear beige, it'll kill you.
But she's right. She's right. I couldn't be friendly with anyone who wore beige.
You see, I don't go apply with this, because I really think we all need to work out what is right for us, and there may well be people for whom that is absolutely the right look. So I would never say never.
And pale blue?
I love pale blue.
To wear it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I take that.
Not nearly only with a tan. I can't wear those kind of colours in the winter. I need a bit of tan. But you know, it's about finding what works for you.
Absolutely, yeah.
And if it makes you happy, go for it.
I agree with you.
Because then, if you feel like that on the inside,
But you have to
automatically look good on the outside.
But you have to plan it. I mean, there's no good rushing for the train or rushing for the bus or whatever, and you just pick up the clothes that you wore the night before. No, you've got to plan it.
It does take more time.
Exactly.
But hey, you know, we all live in this life where we rush so much. Why not take that little bit of time? And you're giving yourself some space and some love.
Me time.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, is there? You know, slowing down is something we could all do with doing. And if perhaps we can create a kind of habit whereby we give ourselves that space in the mornings when we dress, rather than just pulling things on and being panicky and taking a look in the mirror and thinking, oh, this isn't right. It's not the garments or the outfits often that's not right. It's the way we actually feel to start off with, and the way we're rushing and not giving ourselves that time to actually see how we feel and who we are on that particular day.
Right, I totally agree. Thank you very much, Rebecca. That was really interesting, and we'll continue at a further date next year.
I think we definitely should.
Next spring. I look forward to it. Bye bye.
Bye bye.